built like you, Wilco.
I don't wear my t-shirts that tight.
Come on.
Well, they're playing this sensibly. Shane Watson, 49 from 39. That asking rate has actually come down. It's below 7 now. They don't need to do anything rash. Sarfraz can work this out from here with Shane Watson.
Yeah, and I think that's the right tactic against someone like Delpa. That's what I was referring to the over Umar Akmal got out, is that it's easy to milk him for a runner ball, and part-timer, there's bound to be that bad delivery, the drag down or the one just down leg that you can get away for a boundary that turns 5 or 6 and over into 10 and over with low risk.
50 up for Shane Watson. 50 from 40 deliveries, 5 fours and a 6, and he's played really well for that half century.
He's done it well, Shane Watson. Shown all his power, his experience tonight. He's managed the conditions well. He was happy to play second fiddle while Umar Akmal was out there, and since he's got out, he's pounded a couple of wonderful strokes.
Good looking shot from the captain. You'll get one. And every one of these runs from Shane Watson is going to hurt Islamabad, because for 2 years he was a key player in the Islamabad United team, and he was also a captain of Islamabad United.
Another for us, Cameron. Come on, bud.
Asif Ali, the fielder. Watson with a well-set innings here, and guiding Quetta Gladiators home.
Well, he's telling Dean Jones that he made a mistake releasing him, isn't he? Showing all his experience. End of the 14th, 1-1-5 for 3.
Step out.
For Islamabad.
We've seen a lot of balls tonight smashed back at the bowlers. We've seen a kneecap, we've seen a couple of
Islamabad.
hands. Hafid's injured last night with a caught and bowled. We've seen a lot of balls tonight smashed back at the bowlers. We've seen a kneecap, we've seen a couple of
Islamabad.
hands. Hafid's injured last night with a caught and bowled. We've seen a lot of balls tonight smashed back at the bowlers. We've seen a kneecap, we've seen a couple of
Islamabad.
hands. Hafid's injured last night with a caught and bowled. We've seen a lot of balls tonight smashed back at the bowlers. We've seen a kneecap, we've seen a couple of
Islamabad.
hands. Hafid's injured last night with a caught and bowled. We've seen a lot of balls tonight smashed back at the bowlers. We've seen a kneecap, we've seen a couple of
Islamabad.
hands. Hafid's injured last night with a caught and bowled. We've seen a lot of balls tonight smashed back at the bowlers. We've seen a kneecap, we've seen a couple of
Islamabad.
hands. Hafid's injured last night with a caught and bowled. We've seen a lot of balls tonight smashed back at the bowlers. We've seen a kneecap, we've seen a couple of
Islamabad.
hands. Hafid's injured last night with a caught and bowled. We've seen a lot of balls tonight smashed back at the bowlers. We've seen a kneecap, we've seen a couple of
Islamabad.
hands. Hafid's injured last night with a caught and bowled. We've seen a lot of balls tonight smashed back at the bowlers. We've seen a kneecap, we've seen a couple of hands.
So often in T20 get out like this, side on, square they do, because some of the boundaries are so much bigger squarer, and you've got every chance of getting nailed out in the deep like this.
Yeah, they need some magic in the field, something to happen to get rid of Watson, because he's the key. He really has got experience and class quality really to take his team over the line. His partner is also very clever. Streetwise smart is Sarfraz Ahmed. Head and shoulders, move for million. Yeah, they're not itching, but they're clearing the dandruff.
Old. Oh, again! But he's cuffed it. And just as well, maybe.
Do you get the feeling that he's tiring a little? Shane Watson?
So,
I'm saying that, you know, you've seen 3 or 4 mishits in the last couple of overs. Maybe he is. Well, in T20 you shouldn't.
oh, smash downtown from Sarfraz. Really wanted to lace this, but he lost a little bit of shape. Well, that equation you can see is 34 from 26, so it's very comfortable, because they knew what they were chasing. Should have been less, I reckon, Rambo. Should have been a lot less, but they did get through to 157 for the loss of 8.
Oh, that's gone through. Did hit the stumps. It beat the keeper as well. 4 byes. Crucial runs leaked. I think a real issue and problem for Islamabad United had been Shadab's wicket-taking form. That skidded through and missed the stumps, missed everything, missed the keeper as well. Yeah, easy as you like. That is a massive 6. Hits the Royal box. The Royal personalities are safe though. 134 for 3. 64th HBL Tournament 6. Wow.
Rimmer race. It's coming a little left arm round angle, and I'll tell you what, Parnell has to do well here, and does. Just seeing he's on the turf though, I just wonder if he's okay. He was clenching a hammy or two, and he gets a bit of a hand up, but he's okay.
Well, just love the energy from Wayne Parnell. What a game he's had. hit for a few with the ball, but can't complain about how he batted, how resilient he has been in the field. That is 100% stuff.
Yeah, he smoked 41 from 20, and he allowed United to get up and get over 150. Here's another change of pace. Didn't see a signal from square leg. No, he's just saying there, Yaqub is saying no, it wasn't above the waist, so it's okay. And it's over to Shane Watson, 62. And what a wonderful free-flowing strike back over long off.
You see, he doesn't have to really push himself out of the crease to hit a 6. He's so strong and he's so balanced in that power hitting mode that he doesn't really need to come out of the track. So if the keeper is standing up, it doesn't affect him at all. He can hit a 6 by staying in the crease.
Bowler's gone back over. Just changing it up.
Right, chance for batsmen to win $100 if they hit that Zik Motor Oil branding. Win contest it is. Smash that Zik Motor Oil branding. Get 100 US.
And hand it over to the bowlers, because they allowed you to smash it there. Naughty. Yeah, a bit of wrist work. Yeah, it's that feeling. It's just the countdown, ticking it nicely. Watson in cruise control. Sarfraz is happy to chill out. He's giving that chewing gum a fearful going over.
Yeah, he needs a bit of that Osaka battery to just wake up a bit. He's down and out. Dean Jones. They should be pretty proud with how Islamabad United have fought today. Oh, yes. Top tier, is it? Almost the top tier of the stadium. 50 partnership is raised. He's a strike force. Absolute strike force. 65th HBL, PSL 6.
Yeah, nice work. 51 in terms of the partnership from just 30 balls. And it's been more of Shane Watson, clearly. That's right, Ruman. Got to get the length right, brother. 69 from 50, Watson striking at 138. That was his third maximum. Coming round again. Change of pace. And that's okay.
Big over, 12 runs from the over. That almost seals the deal for Quetta Gladiators. 1-4-6 for 3.
Bowling change, right come over.
Just a handful of runs to get here. They need a dozen from 18. Umpires just having a look around at each other. It's only a handful of runs to get here. Yeah, it's coming down, but we could just understand why. I just want to finish this game off. Match 6 here, and if you delighted about it, it's just a couple of blows, a couple of maximums will do the trick. Oh, he's got in the way here. Get back, Sarfraz, says Shane Watson. Yeah, it's quite heavy, the rain. It's batted well tonight though, Rambo. Nice little shots all around the clock. Watson, we know what he's capable of. He's such a good striker. Square of the wicket or straight back over the bowler's head. He is so adept. And he's struck 3 sixes and 5 fours. And we've got Fahim Ashraf sliding on. And that's gone for 6, I think. Just over fine leg. And now another 6 will do it. 150 up here for Quetta.
Yeah, this is brilliant batting. Length on the pads, so easy pick-up shot, but he had the power and the quality really to execute it. 4 sixes for Shane Watson in a knock of 76 with a strike rate of almost 150.
Those lovely wrists again. It is so Shane Watson. Let's get ready to rock and roll and play the Caltex HBL PSL Fantasy League. Come on, Waka, you get involved too with it.
It looks a little down as well. They all need a bit of Osaka battery.
You're a little uppercut under the chin. Oh, Safi.
It's a very convincing run chase by Quetta Gladiators once again. They like doing this. What would he be thinking, Dean Jones, at this stage?
My bed's looking nice and warm back at the hotel.
He's chewing his lips.
Yeah, need some chapstick on those. Go up and over. And oh, is it Sumit? Who's that down there? Sumit Patel? Well done, Sammy. Unlucky. Sumit Patel couldn't get near it.
No, that's the wrong length from Fahim Ashraf, even though it's a lost cause now for Islamabad United. But there's always room for improvement, even at this stage. So look for the slow balls, the Yorker length. Feeding them the length is not going to work. Whether they are 3 runs away from winning the match or 50 runs away.
Yeah, full P. He'll hand it back down the ground, and he'll keep the strike there. 18 overs bowled here, and it's 156 for 3.
Welcome to Emirates, Mr. Jones. Just sit back, relax, and let us entertain you.
With over 3,500 channels of entertainment, including the latest movies and box sets from around the world. We even have live sports and news channels. And your free Wi-Fi will start shortly.
Enjoy your flight, Mr. Jones.
World's best in-flight entertainment. Fly Emirates. Fly better.
Last rights here. Just a couple to nail game 6 for Quetta Gladiators over Islamabad United. And we've got Rumen Race, the comeback man. He's got 1 for 23. Got a wicket nice and Ehrlich. They want to or not? Oh, he was hustling there. I think he's missed out. Scores a level here.
Yeah, he's too smart to be deceived. Safras. Yeah, in the end, it's been an easy run chase for Quetta Gladiators. And they've got a last contingent here of their fans.
It's nicely weighted, isn't it? The balance of the chase. They made inroads of Islamabad in that top order. They were 3 for 9 after 4. They bounced back a little bit, did Islamabad, to get to 157. But it's all done and dusted here with Shane Watson hitting the winning runs and nailing the contest. And Watson remains 81 not out from 55, and for Quetta Gladiator fans, very, very pleasing. And high fives all round. They get up by 7 wickets, and comfortable win to Quetta.
What an emphatic finish over there by Quetta Gladiators. Shane Watson is the highest run getter for an overseas batsman in the HPL PSL, and he has continued his good form in this PSL as well. Sarfraz Ahmed applauding his efforts, and we can see some happy fans over there. They've won 2 matches, they've played 2 matches and won both their games, something that we haven't seen from the other teams so far. But it is all about Shane Watson and that innings that he's played. Now we're going to take a short breather. When we get back, we'll be talking about this game, and we'll be building up towards the next game, which is between Zalmi versus Lahore Qalandars. Islamabad United, lots to think about for them. They did start off well, but when you talk about their performance, perhaps lacking, that's one of the things that we discussed in the pre-show as well, about how they rely on Luke Ronchi to be giving them that kind of start. And that's perhaps exactly what we saw, that middle order struggled a bit for Islamabad United. I've got with me Amir Suhail and Brad Hogg. Amir, pretty much the same points, like I said, what we discussed. Do you think they were a few runs short?
I think they did well, very well, in fact, to get to 158, thanks to Wen Parnell. That was a good selection to bring him into the final 11. And he helped them to actually reach to 158. I thought it was a very good total. But, you know, Watson was too good for them. And then Umar Akmal's cameo actually took the game away from them. I was very impressed, even at this age. Watson, he's an epitome of calm. You know, he just sends out the message, you know, when he's batting to the dressing room, stay calm, nothing is going to happen. I'll get you over the line. He's so confident till today. Amazing to watch him.
Hoggy, Watson, like I mentioned, is probably the highest scorer now for an overseas batsman in the PSL. And at this age, I mean, at this point of his career, you know, you would consider most people to be going through that slump. But that's not the case for Shane Watson.
Hey, when you get older, that's when you get better. So, look, I think he's a very experienced campaigner, and I said this a couple of days ago. If he could play for Australia now with the experience he's had in overseas conditions, he would have been one of the world beaters, because he's always had that talent. It just hasn't sprung out with that consistency, and he's starting to get that consistency. He's one of the hardest batsmen to bowl to as a spinner, as we saw with Shadab tonight. He sweeps Shadab, puts him off his line. Shadab's got to go a little shorter. It's only slightly shorter, not too much. He gets on the back foot and hits him for 6. It's very hard as a spinner to really find that penny that you've got to land it on to keep the pressure on him.
I think that's one of the key points that Hoggy's making here, Amir, because you need to be a good player of spin in these kind of conditions, and using the sweep shot, which he's got, which we've not seen from many other players, is definitely his weapon.
The way he plans and structures his innings is just amazing. He's got a plan against each and every type of fast bowler or spinner. If he's facing left arm spinner, he's looking to play the ball towards square on the offside. If he's playing off spinner or leg spinner, what he does, sweeps the ball, then force them to dart the ball in. And if their length is this much short, it's going to be mid-wicket bound and out of the boundary line. So he's so good in structuring his innings, and his thoughts are clear. What he's supposed to do. This was not an easy pitch to bat. Now, how he made it easy to look. Runs scoring was not a problem. He hit few big sixes. He hit the ball all along the ground, played technical stroke, and he never allowed the bowlers to come back into this game.
Well, he always puts surprise to his wicket, Hoggy. When you look at Shane Watson, he's not one of those guys who will throw his wicket away.
I just want to add one thing. Umar Akmal has to learn from him. Have a look. He plays all around, and he makes sure that he gets his team over the line. That's experience for you, what Hoggy was alluding to and indicating to.
Well, what you were saying there earlier was he plans his innings. He looks at the opposition bowling and he'll look at those bowlers to target. But the person that he would be watching and a little bit careful of tonight would have been Fahim. And he'll look at those bowlers to target, but the person that he would be watching and a little bit got the better of him, he'll just wait for that ball to punish and he'll make sure he puts it away to put the pressure back on that particular bowler.
You definitely need a bit of luck though, because he did get bowled off that delivery, which was a no ball. So, I mean, not to take credit away from him, but luck does play its part, of course, when you get an opportunity like that.
Oh, he got dropped as well, as we just saw there.
Yeah, but the thing is, you need luck in every walk of life to be successful.
But at the end of the day, it was Sammy's fault for bowling the no ball. They marked their run up out. They like a long jump runner. They've got to get to the board and skip off that board. They can't overstep that front line. So it's Sammy's fault It's not Watson's fault. So the bowler has to pay the price, and it's cost them the game.
And
that
good
was the
batsmen
moment.
make you pay, Amir, as we've seen.
You have to cash. You have to cash on, and that's what he does, and he does it beautifully.
If you look at the whole game, that was the moment of the game tonight, that no ball.
Yep.
If they got that wicket, it would have been a different story. Islamabad would have won the game.
But Quetta Gladiators, kudos to their bowling as well. The likes of Mohammad Nawaz, he's been very successful in these conditions, in this format in particular. Let's have a look at the match summary to see how they fared. And what we saw today, 8 for 3, it was Islamabad United, 157 for 8 they made in their 20 overs. Wayne Parnell, that was a good promotion up the order, 41 in 20. Asif giving him support for that 36th. And in the end, it was far too easy, I would say, for Quetta Gladiators, thanks to Shane Watson and that innings by Umar Akmal, where he made that 44 in 28. I mean, we've spoken a lot about Shane Watson, but one of the key things over here is Umar Akmal. I know you've pointed him out, but we've spoken so many times about his talent. He's had poor seasons previously, and now this has been 2 back-to-back good performances.
Well, on a very difficult pitch, one must have to add that. This is the talent he possesses. And talent-wise, there was no doubt about his ability. You know, we all knew he's got all the shots in the book. Whenever he wants, he could push and trigger. The only thing in his batting, which is a miss, rotating of the strike very often. You know, if he learns to do that, he just take the leaf out of Watson's book. You know, if he get that calmness while he's batting, I tell you, he can be a world beater. He's experienced. He's still got plenty of years for cricket. He's only 28. He has to learn quickly now.
We spoke about Hoggy, how he tends to play a sublime shot followed by a not so sublime one. So it really is about shot selection in the end as well. You know, choosing the right kind of shots and also in terms of the context of the game, what you're playing.
Yeah, well, you don't want to take that aggression, and while he's going like he is now, you want to keep that momentum going. So you want to be very careful how you manage that. You don't want to start talking about rotation of the strike and all that, because he's in such good touch. And you've got to remember, he was the leading run scorer in the first PSL, but he's had terrible form over the last 2 years. What he's got to learn is when the conditions are tough, when he's not finding the middle of the bat, he doesn't want to try and blast his way out of that situation. He's got to work to rotate the strike. That's where his game can lift. When the situation is difficult, what you're saying there, Amir, at the moment he's finding it easy. But when a bowler's on top of him, how does he get through that tough situation? That's the only thing he's got to add to his game.
Can I add something? You know, he's got plenty of talent. There is no doubt about it. Ability-wise, he's there. He doesn't have to flaunt his talent and ability.